Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Very excited to have Nexus IT here on the couch to give us their tech tips of the month. We have Earl, Foote, and Travis Gunn here. We are going to discuss smart devices, how they can help us in our homes, but also the security and privacy issues that come with them. So thanks so much, Earl and Travis, for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having us here.
So smart devices are on the rise. I feel like almost everyone has an Alexa, Google Nest, maybe security system, thermostat, smart lights, one of those things in their homes. But there's some security issues that have come about with everything being tied to online usage.
Absolutely. So these devices, geeks like us call them IoT, or Internet of Things devices. All of those smart connected devices that we have in our homes. You have picture frames, you have TVs, you have refrigerators, you have those digital assistants, you have cameras and thermostats and all these connected devices, right? And the standard consumer doesn't understand oftentimes that those things can pose a risk to them. They can be hacked if you're not doing the right things to protect yourself and your home from that. I think for me, first of all, the most important thing that people should really think about is, do they really need and want that device, and are they familiar with what the potential privacy risks and security risks are with the device? I think that's the first consideration that should be made. They're great, they're fun, we like the gadgetry, right? Some of those devices certainly they enhance our experience at home and our life, right, and give us some tools to do some fun things with. But you do have to be cognizant of some of the potential risks, right?
I think that some of the things that are the misnomer is, number one, password protect these things, right? A lot of these services, I think we can call them services nowadays, they'll allow you to set them up without a password. Right. My wife brought home a really cool Bluetooth picture frame that you can connect your phone to with Bluetooth, and you can have it stream all the pictures on your phone, right? Which is really cool. She's like, "We'll just leave let's not put a password on it." It was on the news. There was one of these that somebody was throwing pictures from the street on somebody's home picture frame, right? That's a little weird, right?
Yeah.
So, and don't use the same passwords that you use for your banking.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's a little, yeah, certainly those things are creepy. And a few months back, there were a few stories that broke in the news about particularly Ring cameras. And some people are, they're really meant to be used externally. Some people are using them inside the house. And some families who were using them kind of as kid or baby monitors in children's bedrooms, and cameras getting hacked, and then people speaking to the children, obviously able to see the child through the camera, and then speaking to the children over the two-way audio or the microphone, which is horrifying, right? For a little child to have somebody on the other end saying, "Hey, this is Santa Claus," right, and being a total creepo. And so some quick tips. First of all, the first thing you want to do when you take one of those things out of the box is make sure that you update it to the latest firmware, the latest software to run it. Generally, those devices have some vulnerabilities that have been found in their previous versions of software, and so you want to get the latest firmware software on that device. They generally come out of the box without a password or with a very simple default password like admin or like password. You want to make sure you change that password right away. Generally, as you run through the setup wizard, you'll be prompted to do that. But if you're not, you need to get into the device and you need to change the password, because otherwise it's set to the default, and it will be very easy for somebody to hack it.
And I think it's worthwhile to determine, hey, what devices do we want to have, right? They're all fun, but do some research and find out, do I really want to have it? What are the risks, first and foremost? Because you may realize, I don't necessarily want Alexa, spying on me, right? My wife was talking to a friend of hers about, we should take the boys to the monster trucks, right, this weekend or whatever. And next thing I know, she opens up Instagram and she's getting ads on Instagram or on Facebook for monster trucks, right? So it's just to determine what you really want and understand what the risks may be.
Yeah, that's actually happened in our home. I was telling my husband I wanted a chainsaw for my birthday. Next thing I knew,
Wow.
there's chainsaw ads on my phone. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a real thing.
That's where it came from.
And we love the devices in our home. I can see who's ringing my doorbell when I'm at work, and the kids are home. But then I also think, wait, who else can see this? Who else is seeing my child answer the door? Like who? And so it's definitely hard to balance that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I'm kind of a geek for gadgets anyways, right? And new things come out and you're like, oh, that's cool, I got to try that out. And I think we're we're so used to, particularly here in the US, to just consuming, right? Like, oh, something new came out and it's shiny, let's get it and let's give it a go. And that's all fine and great, but you really need to understand what your risks are, what privacy you're giving up, and what your potential security risks are.
Especially for cameras, just think, when I put cameras anywhere, do I assume that these things may be streaming somewhere else, right? Take that into consideration as you're putting cameras in your home, right? Would I want someone else to see or to be aware of whatever's happening where this camera is, right? Because like Earl said, those are a lot of the Ring devices, not just Ring, but the other manufacturers. Sure. Sorry, we like Ring, I have Ring. But those are meant for outside. Right, they're meant to see the deer and the moose and the elk and the people at your front door. They're not meant for a baby monitor necessarily.
And there are devices that are meant to be baby monitors. Of course, you have
they're
potential
called baby
risk there.
monitors.
Yes, smart baby monitors, right? Another tip is that commercial grade routers or firewalls that you generally put in your home that give you internet access, right? The standard consumer doesn't know how to secure those properly, so that the traffic from those internal devices that are inside your home is not visible or can't be hacked. And so when in doubt, get a professional to lock down that router firewall, or to provide you with one that's a little more commercial grade, and make sure that what you do install inside your home, while a lot of them have to have some traffic that goes out so that you can access them, on your mobile device outside of your home, there are ways that you can secure it so that you mitigate your risks. Not, you always take some sort of risk, but you can lessen that risk significantly.
Absolutely. And Nexus IT can help with these issues and many more. Where can we find out more information?
Sure. You can find us on the web at nexusitc.net and at 435-487-9099. Thank
you so much, Travis and Earl, for being here today. Always learn great things when you all come, so thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
All right, check out Nexus IT online. Find out more about what they offer with all the security and technology that you need, and also make sure that your smart devices are safe and secure in your home. We have more coming up right after this. We'll be right back.